I read this book called Mind Body Miracle by Jaclyn Dunne, and in this video I'll make a summary about the content of the book. And after watching this video, I'll let you decide whether or not my summary was enough for you, or you would like to dive into this book by reading it yourself. But first, you may ask, why am I suddenly doing a summary about the book? Well, my YouTube channel is all about, fitness, lifestyle, and personal development, and pursuing your goals, and so on. And this book relates to my niche because it's about a healthy mind, a healthy body, and, pursuing a better life. And let me introduce you the author first. So Jaclyn Dunne is a holistic health coach and a co-founder of a program called Body Mind Detox, which is based in the UK. And before she realized what her true purpose and eventually followed her passion, she actually worked in the corporation for many years. And as it is usual in life, something must happen in order for a person to change their whole trajectory of their life and grow. In her case, it was the loss of her beloved mother. It was the moment when she realized she must change her life approach and attitude, do something about her daily habits to improve her health, change her career, and just in general improve her overall well-being. She later on obtained the license in nutrition and hypnotherapy. She cured herself from autoimmune condition that she had been suffering for decades and no doctor could help her, and now she's helping so many people to achieve their healthy mind, healthy body through nutritional advice and hypnotherapy. So I'll go through all the chapters briefly, and as the name suggests, this book is about the mind, the body, and eventually the miracle. The first section is about the mind, and in this first section she writes about daily affirmations, gratitude, meditation and visualization, the power of subconscious mind, letting things go, your vibration, your tribe, and that you are good enough. So in the first chapter, which is daily affirmations, she recommends you to write down 3 positive affirmations on 3 small pieces of paper in your own words with a specific date and in the present time as if the day is today, and including some emotions, expressions. For example, it could be, it's June 2025 and I feel amazing in my dress in the size 38. And to ensure that you will devote to these affirmations at least once a day, you should link these affirmations with a task that you do every single day, and you should place these affirmations on the spot where you do these tasks. So for example, you can link these affirmations with brushing your teeth, because you do that every day and twice a day, right? So you should place these affirmations on the mirror in the bathroom. You will repeat these affirmations out loud with pride and really feel it. In the second chapter, which was about gratitude, she suggests you to start a journal. Start a gratitude journal so you can appreciate everything that you already have on a daily basis. You can journal before going to the bed and note down all the positive things that happened that day. Thank everybody who helped you, who inspired you. Appreciate all your achievements. Become your biggest supporter and best friend instead of the biggest critic. You can try meditating and visualizing your goals after meditation and stick to these habits for the next 30 days and then see how it changes your mindset. The next chapter was about the power of the subconscious mind. This chapter was about reprogramming your subconscious for the better. So you need to write down all your deep inner convictions that limit you, and then write down affirmations that explain why these convictions are not true to help you reprogram them. And then you need to repeat these at least once a day. She talks about how affirmations, gratitude, and positivity in general can change the way you think. And it's said that we believe what we repeat, whether it's true or not. Let things go that you cannot control. You first need to make time to realize your negative emotions and thoughts every day, and then realize which worries are out of your control, and then get rid of the worries that you cannot control and instead focus on those that you can do something about it. In this current world, we need to realize that social media only presents the best sneak peeks. Therefore, we shouldn't compare ourselves to the filtered content over there, because on Instagram and TikTok and social media in general, everything is perfect, isn't it? It's beneficial to re-evaluate the people that we surround ourselves with. Are they positive and energetic, or do they spread negativity to other people? We can actually change ourselves to be a better person by applying habits that elevate our life, to attract similar people into our lives, or at least to help those who need it. Just spread love in general. And the last chapter of this section is about realizing that we are good enough. Be aware of your inner criticism and shut it up. Don't try to make everybody like you or approve of you. And she suggests that we should become our biggest supporter. She talks about several points, and one of them is, for example, that we should not associate our self-worth with our achievements, which is honestly, personally, kind of difficult to me as someone who is really goal-driven. But yeah, we need to just believe with our whole heart that we are good enough. The second section of the book is about body, where she mentions inflammation, our guts, toxicity, sugar, clean diet, and exercise. The first chapter was about inflammation, where she encourages us to eat more anti-inflammatory foods such as fresh veggies, fresh fruits, lean meat, nuts, seeds, and spices like ginger and turmeric. And she also emphasizes on eating more food that are rich in omega-3, such as salmon or fatty fish in general. On the other hand, we should limit the consumption of inflammatory foods such as sugar, alcohol, and fried foods. By actively listening to our body, we can identify any health issues, because our body actively communicates with us by signaling signs. The next chapter was about healing our guts if we have any health issues, by finding out what foods we have intolerance to. We can find out by cutting off some specific group of foods such as gluten, yeast, wheat, dairy, and so on, and then see how we feel during the period of restrictions. Or we can just simply take a blood test. Then we need to heal our gut by consuming supplements such as collagen, or by drinking bone broth. Then we need to maintain our health, our gut health, by eating foods that are rich in probiotics to restore the bacterial balance in our guts. The next chapter is about reducing toxicity in our lives, whether it's food, cosmetics, cleaning products, or even relationships. You can read food labels and avoid toxic ingredients or foods with a long list of ingredients that you don't know what they are. Not only food, but when it comes to cosmetics, you can also choose the one that is like more natural. And in the book, she also shares some recipes on how to make your own cleaning products at home. The key ingredients are vinegar and lemon. And also, obviously, avoid toxic people. The chapter about sugar was one of those that I enjoyed the most, because despite of enjoying sugary desserts, in fact, I used to be a sugar addict at one point in my life. I managed to change my eating habits around 3 to 4 years ago. And with the information that she shared in this book, it is now even easier for me to be more disciplined and to be committed to cut off refined sugar in my diet. Now I consume sugar, refined sugar, only on special occasions, and I actually made 2 videos about sugar using this book as one of the sources for that video. So I made a video about sugar in general, and then the second video about 10 manageable steps and strategies that you can use to limit your sugar consumption if you are sugar addicted or if you have a sweet tooth, as I did. So in this chapter, she explains how sugar impacts our body and brain, why we shouldn't blame ourselves for craving it, that we need to realize that sugar is everywhere, even in the food that we didn't expect them to contain. And basically, she recommends us to use natural sugar, natural sweeteners over refined sugar or artificial sweeteners. The chapter about clean diet is pretty relevant to the previous chapters about focusing on whole, unprocessed, natural foods and applying the rule 80-20 into our diets by prioritizing real protein, complex carbohydrates, healthy fats 80% of the time, and then in the 20% of the time we can enjoy the food that we love that is like less healthy. In this book she also shares some practical tips how you can meal prep for yourself and your family. She also shares an example of a weekly meal plan and a grocery list. The last chapter is about exercise. This chapter was written by her husband, who is also a co-founder of the Mind and Body Detox program, and he recommends us to move more in general, obviously. And by moving more, it's not only about intentional time that you spend in the gym, but rather about your daily activities such as playing with your kids, walking your dog, gardening, and so on, because these activities can accumulate and make a huge difference in your health. On top of that, he shares some ways how you can do high intensity interval training that is effective for fat loss and can improve your general fitness level, and that is time saving. And the last section, the third section, was about miracle, and it was super short. When you apply these principles into your lifestyle, it's when the miracles happen. And now it's time for my personal review. This was my first book about healthy habits, and till now I was used to reading books about self-development, mindset, which this book was kinda about as well, but more focused on health and well-being. So, as someone who already leads an active and healthy lifestyle, I do agree with the content of the book, and I still learned new things from it. After reading this book, I took my diet to the next level, and now I need to work on the consistency with the habits from the section about the mind, which is, for example, meditation, visualization, and reprogramming my subconscious mind. Because I'm not gonna lie, that's suddenly several new additional activities that I want to include in my routine, and it's obvious that it will take some time for me to get used to it. I think this book is perfect for people who want to start approaching a mindful and healthier lifestyle, as this book touches briefly on many important areas. And if you are interested in a particular topic, you can dive into more details on your own by doing your own research. After every section, you have some task that you can work on immediately, which is practical. And as it is usual with all the books out there, the key here is to take action seriously and not only read it and then let it go. So this book can truly change your well-being if you act right now. And yeah, that's all about this book today. I'd like to make more summaries on the books that I'll read in the future. So if you have any recommendations on similar books or books about self-development, communication, psychology, or any non-fiction book that upgraded your life, you can let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this video helpful, you can like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye!